Yo, yo, what's up, y'all? It's the night owl thing again, back on here. Quick. Oh, shoot, hold on, let me fix that. Have my PC speakers on in the other room there. I thought I was hearing an echo. Sorry about that. That'd be the last thing I wanted for an hour. Maybe two. But what I was saying when I was getting myself together here was got into these ranked matches a little bit. Didn't get as far as I wanted to. I've been losing a lot. Let's be honest. In the beginning, it was me though. It was me messing up. But then, I got into the groove with that little small map, and it just got to where there would be AFKs or somebody just going off, hanging out by the walls, kind of like missing out on all the action. Just devastating losses. Lost one of the matches in the final seconds because our guy took off from the checkpoint. We had the point lead. Like, we were in there. It was counting up to like 990. It was going. And he goes and charges headlong into battle. Both ships explode at the same time and we got the loss. And I was like, bro, that was in the bag. You know? I can't blame all my losses on that, but shit, I need all the help I can get. Alright, let me it's weird. These settings, man, I gotta get used to it. So I got a little container action right here. Damn, we got a new symbol right there. That dragon kind of go hard. I like that. Yeah, I might put that shit on right now. Messing it up. Hold up. There we go. Look at that shit, bro. That shit goes hard right now. See. 2 hours left for these. I forgot about these. Damn, 12,000 XP. Let's get that. Heroic effort. Oh, I remember these. Okay, never mind. The weeklies. Almost done. Going in here. Actually, before I go, shit. I need to just get one match in with something I can just relax for a second. Just the bugs out. Let me try this here ship right here. This Fuzi. The Gazy ship. I didn't. See, I'm not memorizing these names. I really just realized like the other day that they had names for the maps. I just recognize them by sight and be like, oh, I haven't played this. But if I could start memorizing these names, you know, just strategize a little bit, might know what's coming up.
Battle starts. Enemy force detected.
Gotta be patient. I was going back and looking at some tapes when I'm playing seriously, like when I'm trying to be serious. I have a mentality of just trying to go too fast. And the speed of what you do is actually one of the biggest things that'll get you in trouble. You get ready to get close to an edge, you drop down to a quarter, hang out for a second. Chances are, if you're spotted, some torpedoes is coming. You know what I'm saying? So if you know the general direction where the enemy's at, just slow down. The cruiser or somebody would be sliding out like 8 torpedoes and you come flying around the corner, then your match is over. Damn, somebody blotted him out. Shit. Damn. His whole health bar just went slap. That's that crazy flashbang sound it makes when you get your citadel hit. And you got your headphones up, you playing, hanging out, then you get hit, and it's like, boom. You're just like, damn. Biddy, son. You're about to swipe that card. Better watch out, homie. You're gonna run that bill up.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, you're gonna run that bill up, homie.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I knew sooner or later I'd figure it out.
Problem solved, sir.
I know he got some torpedoes though. Shit, son. Got your city from the front up in this bitch? Yo, get out of here. Somebody please handle my light work. Boom.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Got his ass right there, dog. Now, none of that would have happened if I had gone flying around that damn corner. So that goes back to like my old playstyle of being super aggressive with speed in the beginning. I mean, sometimes you can make a play, but I feel like that shit be getting me killed all the time. Other thing I noticed is you do really get more points per game playing in the middle. Like as a battleship, I see a lot of people scraping the outside edges all the way out there, trying to use the max range, like scared of torpedoes or something. And I think initially I tried to play like that because I thought of the battleships as like the sniper. you know, but then I realized really quickly, like, that's no way to help your team at all. You know, I was able to watch some videos, whatever else, but like, if you can play aggressive with the battleship too, I'm not saying like quick, moving around the map, just, you know, trying to be a cruiser. I'm just saying like aggressive. Like you come up, you take damage for your team, and you look for crossfires. You do those three things, and other people follow suit. They get breakaways because you made openings or whatever else. You get so many more points. Well, I say points, but you know, I mean cash. You need that cash at the end. So I'm trying to play slower, but still keep that heat on them. Like these battleships over here haven't passed the halfway point on our side. That's the way I want to keep it. Because once they pass the halfway point, and they're looking back in your spawn and your other areas, your other caps, nobody's really expecting them to show up like that. Especially, you know, they get through early. So you stop the battleships at the halfway point, that cover your rest of your other team's back. And then they have time to move on a cap or do what they're doing without getting crossfired. It doesn't always work. You see those matches too where 4 or 5 of their battleships rush one side and you were only prepared with the usual spawn amount, like 1, 2. So all of a sudden, yeah, they get through. And when they do that, usually catches the teams off guard pretty quick because no one has a mic. The people that do have a mic are just angry as hell. Like, that's why they got one. But, like, no players have mics. But the thing that got the little chat thing, it's like, I need some fucking help, you know, over and over. Or it's not, that's not what he says. It's like, teammate, I need your support, you know. So he's doing that every match. Like 5 ships is saying, I need some support. And I gotta take a quick look at the map and see, like, is this a legitimate somebody making a push right now? And they about to lose the cap if I don't show up, like, right now? Or is this somebody who, like, high speed ran into the middle of the map and then goes, teammate, I need your help? You know, like, you don't need my help. What you needed was you to go figure out what the hell was in your brain that told you to go straight to the middle of the map. You know, there's nobody that can help you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on your own with that shit. So everybody uses that damn help button. Nobody knows when there's a breakaway on one side off the bat because it's just not that communicating. Like, it's not like PC. I do know, like, PC, they type whatever they gotta say and it comes up right on your screen. You can read it. And since you're sitting right there with a keyboard, it's not like you using a remote, you know. So, console, all I ask is just spare the button. You know, if it's your own stupidity that made it happen, don't call everybody in the whole squad to come over there. And if you can do that, you know, we can get clear comms on these console games. We can be doing alright. Oh shit, you know what else? My dudes with the radio, that's like on level 8,000, and then you got a headset on. That shit is horrible for everybody. You know, I might be playing, I had the volume down, something like that. Maybe the wife's taking a nap, whatever, we just hanging out. And then you get this dude on a radio, it's like, he's like, what the fuck? You know, like, wife, kid, wake up, dogs up, everybody like, what the shit, yo, what are you doing in here? It's like, man, I'm playing the same ship game I was playing when everybody fell asleep. These people with these mics, man, like, tighten it up a little bit, just a little bit. And if you're taking a phone call, like I don't want to hear about your refinance on your mortgage. Like all kind of shit is going on. Like my man just had his mic off, just talking to the MLS agent, whoever the fuck. Yeah, you know, those rates sound pretty good. I appreciate you, you know, and we hearing all about your personal credit business, you know, your mortgage terms. Like, we know when you bought your house, it's like, yo, mute that shit for your own safety. You're on the phone, you never know. What you got your credit card out trying to order some food and shit, and just tell the whole damn internet your credit card number, like. And the first thing you'll be doing right afterwards be like, teammate, I need your support. Like, use the motherfucker who put your credit card out on the Xbox. There's stuff like that, man. I'm the last hope, man. I knew everything was moving way too quick for us to really have a shot at, you know, but this is why I did this first. Just get this out of my system so now I can go in the rank and just know this shit ain't gonna go the way you expect. Boom. That's not horrible for a loss, I guess. Oh, I forgot about these agent courts too. Damaged cruisers. Earn some monies. Damn, okay. So we still going then. Defeated. Anew. I was having some luck with the Normandy. I think I'm gonna just stay with it. It was doing right for me. I know a lot of people criticize the choice, but oh, what's going on there, YouTube? My bad, didn't see you. Yeah, just catching up on that rank. Yeah, so what I was saying, the Normandy, people would criticize that choice, but it's got this nimbleness to it, you know, it can move. Yo, what's going on there, Mopar? I hit you up a little while ago. I had just got up again. Ever since I stayed up, like, you know, till, what was it, 4 or 5? Might even been 6 by the time I fell asleep. It's like, damn, you know, reset. Hey, you ain't got nothing to worry about, dude. I was chilling. Yeah, it was cool. I got to this rank 5 or 3 yesterday, and I must have been right there, one win away. Each time it would be like 4 losses in a row back to the bottom. Like, oh my gosh, it was so horrible. Oh, there's a spot. Oh yeah, caught a little tiny piece over there. Just a little bit. I need him to spot. Okay, so our destroyer counterpart, somebody's over there throwing torps. Actually, it might have been that cruiser still. I don't know that ship, if they got him. Are you doing that farm sim right now?
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use some of this mobility here, try and dodge a little bit. Come on, baby. Oh, it's close. Ooh, I think that took some paint off right there.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Right, he knows I'm here. That's for sure. Say, I really need my DD up here. Give me some of that. Give me some of that intel, bro. That's what's great too. This can turn around pretty quick. Might still get burned a little bit right here, but that Normandy can flip on you, bro.
Torpedoes.
That thing can flip on you in a hurry, son. It's the old bait and switch right there. You think you heading in, and you just flip a U. Or he still might have some torpedoes or something going on. Let me just be smart about it here.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
I've been spotted again. Let me let them know.
We've been spotted.
Somebody might know what that means. Really just needed to burn a little bit of space before, because I didn't know where he was at, but I know he's back there, and he's just outside spotting range because it keeps flashing.
Our team has taken the lead.
If anything, though, I'm gonna go straight, and that'll give me more time to make a decision with these torpedoes. Going straight away from his ass right there. You have a lot of mods, hit me up. Oh, you gotta have the same mods on Farm Sim that you have, like, for multiplayer wise. They don't have like a, I guess it was something on SnowRunner, I thought, where it was making that possible, where people didn't have to load them up. It does? Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't mind now. Back when I was first doing SnowRunner, though, I had to do a multiplayer before they fixed it. And somebody had these mods, and one of them was like taken out of the store or something. And we couldn't end up figuring out what was going on. It took like an hour. Shit.
That was a great battle. All stations requesting fire on the designated.
Try to get this off real quick so I can switch to that HE. Oh, he ain't coming. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing now. Just try somewhere in there. Might get lucky. Yeah, if it's not too late, you get me in there. Yeah, yeah. If you put him there, I'll load him up, because I haven't honestly played that game in a couple months.
Torpedoes to starboard.
But I was enjoying it. Getting through the very beginning, though, like where you have nothing, it's a grind, you know, trying to get started. Oh my gosh, I just blew that right there. It is a destroyer, so I won't really say all that much about it. But it's so aggravating not to get those hits, man. Yeah, after the stream. Yeah, I was just trying to finish up this ranked. I had a feeling I could get on a little bit tonight. And I either finish it and it's done, or it's like continual backwards and backwards, you know.
We've been spotted.
Got no clue where. You watch T-Ball today said he wasn't getting involved in it. So I was like, I'm not getting involved. What are you talking about with that? Oh, with he doesn't do the ranked.
Direct front.
I would have thought he was one of those guys that got in and just finished it in like half an hour, you know? Just dot him out and be done. Yeah, I would have thought for sure he was in there. It is pretty low tiers, you know. We got comfortable with 6s and 7s. Boom. That's it. Some of the guys who played one match said they were doing what they were supposed to be. He said, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it really doesn't fall on you individually to carry anybody for like 25 matches. Like no one's going to be able to do that. But sometimes you do get some teammates, they don't know the core structs of the game, that'll be going like the opposite way and doing like laps around cap points with, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know, but they'll still have like a badged rank, and it's like, what the fuck? Still running Normandy. Let's see where we go. I like the mobility. It's like a shark, you know, just lacing in the water, just, and then you can keep doing that when you get close to somewhere, and then if you have enough speed, you can swerve out in a turn so fast and like clear broadside just quick. You get caught just like any situation when you get in a bad spot trying to move around, turn or whatever. You can get messed up anyway, but if you can make that time window shorter, where your broadside is closed quicker, that makes it worth it. The lighter skin armor, but the maneuver around is basically like a cruiser killer, but also can steal city battleships too. You know, there's good balance. It can take some torpedoes too, surprisingly, for the other part. Like you would think thinner skin, like, you know, we can still absorb some pretty good damage. Oh, I still had a HE from last time. I never switched to that. Oh shit, they had faked me out, man. I was looking at the whole wrong damn way too. Wow. At least I got this HE ready though. Bullseye. It's a Citadel to DD. Oh shit.
Torpedoes, direct front.
I gotta toss this HE. Gotta toss it. Torpedoes. Must be a sub in the water. You're gonna get Mopar fired up, man. You're gonna make him have a fit. Talking about that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the subs do come. I know people will say they'll speculate that it's not ever gonna happen, but I would not be surprised if it did. I feel like it would be difficult with the resources because it's already supposed to be like stepping up 4K and all, like they're trying to polish the game up. But then you got to go back and model all this underwater stuff too, like that. That's the holdup. You can't just bring it all from PC.
Our team depends upon you. The ship is on fire. Torpedoes to starboard.
Man, I was going for lights out. Where is it? There was a city. Damn, I missed those other two. It doesn't matter anyway. Fuck it. Whole team died rushing in the middle. I know people gotta see that little ass circle in the middle of that frozen map. You can't, as a battleship, you can't get in there and square it off with a destroyer in there. This shit is gonna fucking kill you every time. The destroyers who play on ranked are the dudes that have like the purple pink badge, and it's like the only thing they ever play is that one ship, you know? They will light your ass up. But hopefully that's the one that would be on my team. Just throw them torpedoes the right kind of way and shit's over like blah blah. What kind of spawn is this?
Action stations.
What the hell? I don't remember seeing a spawn like this for a battleship.
All stations retreat. Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
And that's the whole shebang right there. Oh, that might have been a little far. Oh no, that's still hit. that's both of them over there. Oh. Oh, all of them's right there, yep. I gotta go a different way. Hopefully I don't get lit up right here. Damn. Might be able to cut. Oh shit. God dang it. I don't know why I thought I could cut that last one. Wow. Damn. I really thought I could outdo that maneuver right there, though I could make that turn. Well, so be it. I don't even want to see that star disappear again. This is my backup. You know, sometimes it doesn't go my way there. I have to get out. And just hop back in with my counterpart ship. I'm too impatient to play just one class only. Like, I gotta play the different type of ships. So a lot of people keep saying like, hey, you could be a lot better if you get one ship and stay with it for a while and do that. It's like, most I can stay with a ship is like 4 matches in a row and I gotta switch. I don't know, one of these days that premium is gonna drop in that daily login box. It's just gonna drop. And it's gonna be like tier 8 or like a star, like a Minotaur ship or something like that. And I'll get one of those and I'll be like, okay, this is my ship. I'll use this forever. But I haven't found that yet. I like the Americans. They all seem to be like, you know, high risk, high reward type, like as far as the dispersion goes, but yeah. The British cruisers are some of the best in my opinion. So it's hard to pick. I do like the Japanese destroyers for sure. A combat ferry. He said, imagine if they added a combat ferry. I don't know, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe they could get a partnership with Battlefield, like EA Dice Reboot, where these guys coordinate the ship portions of like at sea battles where you got to bring troops in to the beach, and that's where like the Call of Duty takes over, like the Battlefield multiplayer starts. So like each match, if you don't get your people across the map, then the people playing the first person shooter part have like half the teammates. That shit would be like a multi-stage war where like you hand off the torch to somebody else and they finish the end of the war, and it's like the two of you has to make a win. Cross the game's over. Like, that shit is dope. I don't even know why I hate when I do this. When I talk about something like really intently, I just completely blank out. I'm over here going ham on this battleship with a cruiser, like, yo, what the fuck? Oh shit. Trying to cap that point though, you know what I'm saying though? damn, the rotation on these American cruisers is horrible. Could just be the tier we're at, but that move doesn't typically take that long. Oh shit. Man, he wants that one back though. For the team, he should have definitely had that shot back. God dang. He did it right. Yeah, he got what he paid for with that shit. God dang. I gotta watch him and try to hit this cruiser. And try to get up out of here if I can. I'm probably gonna get dotted right here. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Son of a bitch. I can only blame myself for that. Although as a cruiser, I feel like the battleships do be letting you just die sometimes. But the destroyer was still alive, and that's my responsibility, so I'll take that. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not honestly gonna happen tonight, but I gotta try. Oh, this is impossible. They got my ship still. Damn. Could try. Yeah. This is actually a horrible ship for it. It's so slow, but the weaponry though. Not. The Unicorn game, Battlefront 3 had multi-stage events, but it was too ambitious for old generation. Xbox 360, yeah, no. They couldn't support it with all that. But we're getting into generations of console and PC and everything else where anything is possible. I mean, these new NVIDIA what is it, 40s, 80s they're talking about? I mean, we're still getting used to these. Half the people didn't have a graphics card for the whole damn COVID. So by the time you saved up and got that crazy ass price for a graphics card, the new shit is coming out and we still ain't even seen what this shit can do. That's how the industry works, man. It's like, let it breathe for a second. They'll be working on 8K, you know, triple the memory, but the console and the PC and shit, you still don't have enough memory to put the games on. That is my biggest gripe right now too. Is like a console shipping with the smallest hard drives they can. Like, I get it to save the price, but the way I see it, you make that console have like 5 terabytes of space. You make it have 5 terabytes off the factory, like right off the bat, and you're telling the customer like, we want you to play all the games. But they ship it with this hard drive that fit like one episode of a fucking Game of Thrones on it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You literally put one game on, and like the hard drive is like, we need to delete some of your saved files to make room. You know, that shit is too small to ship a damn console with. But pass it on to the consumer. You get the hard drive and shit figured out, and it's great. Game Pass is amazing. I say that. Yeah, the games are getting bigger. That's what I meant, you know. Games are getting bigger, but it's that was the very most gracious torpedo I've ever seen right there. Oh, oh shit. The torpedo just like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. Then just walked away.
I need intelligence data.
Yeah, we need this DD to push somewhere where we can get some intel. Because hanging out next to me doesn't tell me where the enemy ships are at. So I can cover your ass, you know what I'm saying? Get out there and spot them up. Get out there and spot them up so we can take care of you for destroyers. That's what I'm saying. Like, how the fuck you back here hiding further away than me, and your job is to you know, go up there, tell us what's going on. Like, you see that little sight cone on it? The sight cone on a DD is like super small. They can get 5 miles next to the ship without being spotted, but they'll be back all the way over here. Come on, bro. Come on with that shit. Damn, Queen. I didn't want to do you like that. Oh, Queen Elizabeth right there. She resting in peace, dog. You can't be putting her stuff out there like that. That's disrespectful what I had to do to that. Damn, that angle right there. Alright, come on, destroyer. Let me know. Let me know where this shit's at. You already get that feeling somebody's lining you up. Some torpedoes is coming, bro. Let me see, he said he needs some help. We all need some help. Nobody will dispute that. You need help. I need help. A destroyer needs help. But here we are, bro. Yeah, Destiny 2 was a massive game, dude. Massive. And the games you get when you first get them doesn't mean it's gonna stay that size. You know, a game might ship as 65 gigs, and before you know it, that's over to 120. So you think you had enough space before? No. You're gonna delete a game or just stop playing whatever it is you want to play. So, only big gripe about the console generation is like, you ship these damn things with no memory. But I get it. You gotta sell it somehow and make some kind of profit. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Ooh. Torpedoes for babies over there. I don't know how you could take 3 or 4 of those and still be sitting here ready to hit somebody's city like that. But yeah, talking about that Destiny, Destiny 2 was a good game. I feel like that game really opened up like the idea of doing challenge-based scenarios and groups and all that, where it was like more at the console level, because people on PC do that all the time with like MMOs all that. But as a console player, there was not like really intensive thinking co-op in a game for a long time. There's some other examples, I'm sure, but Destiny was a big one. It was like the raids with the 6 people going through mechanics that they never seen before, trying to figure it out and try to get through in a reasonable amount of time. Like, I mean, now all games recently have like similar themes with raids and all kinds of stuff, but yeah, that was some good shit back then. I loved that. I broke off for a while, and it did get a little crazy for a little bit with some of these like themes, you know, like outfits and emotes and shit. And I was like, damn, this starting to get that Fortnite smell. Can't hang out with it too long for a little bit. But all in all, it's still probably a great game too. Elden Ring, I can't say enough about that. I mean that game just exploded my expectations. I think it was such misleading for me coming in thinking about whatever people said about Dark Souls. I never got to play them yet. And I wasn't really interested. I was like, I don't want to do like fighting games like that. You know, I like my shooters or whatever. And then I went into it just off reviews and hype saying this is 10 out of 10. This is a must buy, whatever. And most of the games recently was like, hey, you know, we pre-ordered Cyberpunk and set your hair on fire, you know, how much shit was going on with it. And Battlefield 2042, another one's like, you fucked it up so fucking bad that I can't even use proper English when I talk about it. So somebody say must buy. I go to the store and I snag it right online because I'm lazy in my living room. Download it. And I'm like, wow, somebody said 10 out of 10. I'm in there. Somebody I trust, right? So get the game, fire it up, and right away, Elden Ring was different. It was something was off with it. I was like, enemies that I killed keep coming back. What is the point of this game? Why does everything come back or whatever else? So that was my spoiler. If for those who haven't played it, I don't want to go into all the details. But it was masterpiece. It was a freaking masterpiece. And it was like the director of that game, it was like he wrote a love letter to gamers and was like, I respect this industry. I'm gonna give you a good game and I hope you enjoy it. Like that's what I felt from the studio that made that shit. And still to this day, like I stopped playing it towards the end because I didn't want the game to like be over. And I know it's not over. I know there's a shit ton of things to do. Like you can go through that probably 100 times and find new things. But to me it was like, damn, this game is about to end. And I shut it off one day and I haven't been back. Because I was like disappointed that it was over. And that hasn't happened in a game since like Medal of Honor when I was a kid, bro. Like I remember that Medal of Honor back on my first PlayStation, and I couldn't have been that old. I was probably like 10 or 11, I don't even know. And I played through that Medal of Honor, and it was like this story of like heroes fighting through some shit with like a little bit of, you know, it was so horrible of graphics looking back, but like they made this like cinematic feel to it where your people on the battlefield is calling out and like making, you know, your AI teammates are coordinating. It was like the shit felt like legit. And I remember playing through that, and that was the last time I had that feeling. Was like somebody made a game that works, you know. Right now, this industry right now has me so disappointed with how willing they are to rush something in to the customer without vetting that process and giving the game time to like be developed properly so they can stuff their pockets with what? Because I'm getting a refund, bitch. You know? Like, I ain't dealing with this shit. If the game sucks like it does, Steam lets you get a refund. No problem. And Xbox now too. I've called them a couple times and be like, look, cancel my service. And they hit you with the cell phone talk like, you know what? You didn't like that game? Okay, refund to your account. Have a nice day. And eventually the message will get across when people start doing that. Then developers will just have to know. Like, we've been fucking it up. Gamers talk with their money. If you want to know if somebody likes your game, you know, that's how gamers tell you they like it. So most of the people that get on the review boards and is like, hey, this game is blah blah blah, you know, that's like a small 1% of people who play. Most people just pull that credit card out, buy that shit, and start playing. And I remember when picking out a game was a decision. You know, to my point, I might get one a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, it's like, hey, you got a birthday or a Christmas, and one of the Christmas is gonna be some shit you didn't want. So you might have one game a year at this age that I can get. I gotta know everything about it before I commit to that, you know? But the kids now, it's like you have every game you want from day one. It's like you get whatever subscription, pass, whatever else. You can play so many games, you can afford to be bored of the one you got. What you got over there, Delta? Oh shit.
Main turret critically damaged. Fighter airborne.
Already knocked my guns like that. That's disrespectful. Why are they sitting like that? You trust me, bro. If these guns was in working order, they wouldn't be sitting like that long. Damn, I'm gonna have to turn out too. Damn. See where the teammates are here. They finally coming up. They coming up. Got a little 4-piece on it. You know, do you think it's cheating to play airsoft with people and have military training and rip everyone apart? You got called a cheater. Oh shit. Oh shit, hold up. Yeah, I'm done. You roasted me with that fire. But they're low enough, I'm pretty sure the guy's got this one mopped up. I would expect, but we'll see. It's cheating to play with the airsoft gun. Oh man, if you're out there with military training doing anything and with the airsoft, I do feel like it should come with a disclaimer, a warning label. It probably should. There would just be too many things going on there. But then to take it a step further though, they say they calling you a cheater. Like, you didn't put a cheat code in, you're just better than them at something physically. Like, you can't snap your fingers and appear around the corner. Like, you planned some shit, you did it, and probably had the head spin, so the cheating argument doesn't work in that scenario. $94 points. Oh, come on, man. Looking at it, it's looking good. You can make it, dog. You can make it. Got faith in you right here. Thanks to your dad and your brothers. Both his brothers. Man, you guys could probably shoot whatever you want to shoot out there by the farm. You know? I was thinking about, like, when you said airsoft, where I don't really know if there's anywhere around here doing that. Too close to DC, bro. It's too close. They don't want that. Anything to do with any gun of any kind, they'll be like, get it out of here. But yeah, man, doing stuff like that, it's probably a blast. Well, we used to just shoot bottles in the desert sometimes. Or we sitting there waiting for our stuff. We would go train out on these reserves. They had some reserves for us to use out in Arizona, and we'd train out there. Just be nobody looking, doing anything. Nobody in like 100 miles. Just nothing. You know, we set up some bottles, be hanging out, shoot them up, and you know, little contests, little range contests, and it's a good ass time. You know, some of the best times in your life, if you think about it, some of the best times in your life happen while you were waiting for something else. And that's deep right there, but it's true. You be in line with your friends for whatever, like a movie or something, like, and the time you spend in line hanging out with them, bullshitting, is probably better than the movie was. And that's real talk, bro. Like, some of these movies are trash. It's like I had more fun in line with my friends than I did seeing that piece of shit movie. And if you think about waiting for anything, like waiting for a new game to come out is better than the game coming out. Because the moment you fire it up, it's like 90% that shit is disappointing as hell. But it felt good to be excited. You know, be jacked. Like, oh, can't wait to fire that shit up. And when it was trash, you know. Yeah, waiting. Half my life I was waiting to get out of school for being younger. I couldn't wait till high school was over. College, I just left that shit after like a semester. I was like, I can't. I'm out. But high school, I remember being like impatient, skipping school, like whatever I had to do. Like I hated, couldn't be around it. And then the very day high school ended was the most lost I felt at that age, because I realized like everybody else had plans, you know, everybody else who went to school wanted to go off to different colleges and do shit, and like your neighborhood just dried up, and the people you used to see every day were gone. Like I never saw almost all of them ever again. And it's like you had the homies, you know, like girls you talk to, people you hang out with, and it was like the shit was gone. And it was like the first wake up call of like, I got to do something with my life, you know. I'm not going to sit around here. I might not have set myself up for academics, but like, and that's like going back, like I said, waiting for school to end, and it's like you met some of the best friends you ever had back then. When you get old, you can't have friends like you had in school and like when you were younger. Like you don't have time for that shit. You can have one or two good friends, and like you still can't even make it to the bar or somewhere to go meet them and hang out, because it's like maybe you work to death and you just tired that week or whatever. But it's like, it's funny too, like how friends finally figure out a plan for something and it still takes a while, then you finally do it and they're like, yeah, we should do this again, and both of you are like, damn, that was a lot, and I got a lot of shit to do when I get finished doing this. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Problem solved, sir.
I don't want to be sitting here. I need to push. This is just pissing me off for some reason. Sometimes when we got it on points, I really try to slow down and be patient. But like, if we have a point situation where we would win and the other teams don't push you, it gets annoying. Because it's like, do you guys want to win? And then like, they'll be like scabbing the sides of the walls and shit. It's like the most frustrating thing. Hopefully this new update come out next week. Are we talking about doing training rooms or something, or clan battles? Like, I don't really know what's happening, but a lot of these people that seem to play a lot are really excited, so I should be excited. I don't know. But yeah, it would probably be pretty cool to see some top squads go at it. Like if they had a way to set it up like clan battles where they do like championships and you can see the different countries represented by, you know, where they're from and all.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front.
Not yet. You said the last update. Yeah, we probably been over that too at some point, and I just kind of slipped out of my mind, you know. But I was thinking about it today, and I was like, it would be badass. And the torpedo shit. You gotta know it's coming, but you can never really know when you're that one guy that they single out. At least that's the downfall that I'm trying to work on. If your destroyers are like somewhere you can spot them and you can avoid it, but sometimes it's like they're like ghosts and you just see the torpedoes too late. I need to get those captains upgraded so you can get the extended range for the torpedo spotting, but that costs so many of those little points, and I was new at the game and I spent so many of them on captains that I'll never use because I didn't know what the perks were for. It was probably like months worth of them that I saved up until I finally figured it out what they supposed to be for, and it was like I spent all of that shit. Well, I don't know. I'm liking the Tennessee, but I need the Normandy. Training rooms is the only thing that's coming. Yeah, training rooms, that's cool. Yeah, that would be nice though. West Virginia is the best for tier 5. I'm guessing you meant tier 5. Yeah. That's the Is that the premium? Yeah, premium. I think because it's not showing, doesn't show up for me.
Action stations.
I was thinking about buying a ship for this, just one of the tier 5s that I don't have, just to see if I could do something like that, but yeah, the only one that the 16-inch guns. That would be something. And this one's good, it's just the fire rate's really slow. And the ship itself is super slow. Like, you can't use this as a late game cap situation. Like, you will never make it. And it feels sloppy. Like, this is probably like how the German cars, you know, high precision sports vehicles, and like some of the early American cars, how they were just like sloppy ass cars. Like, that's what this reminds me of. It's like a big ass land yacht that you can't even park anywhere, and still has decent power, you know, like these guns still work. Wow, he just got deleted up there. Really hope that's it. I've been trying to practice that shot because that shot has messed me up. I'll take it. Yeah, I need to get some premium ships. I've been saving though because I want to save up for like a 7 or whatever else, you know. One of those people, I gotta set a game budget for myself a month, because for a long time I was just in the mindset of like, oh, I want that, I get it today. But coming here towards the end of my career where I'm about to be out potentially, I don't have no clue what's gonna happen. The whole like every 2 weeks paycheck and all that shit gone, you know. It's like you save, you do what you gotta do to be ready, and I had to cut the habits out because I don't know what employment's gonna be like, you know, whether it's in a year or 5 years from now when it's my time to move. I have never been not in the military, you know, like I've never not been where I'm at in an adult career. I don't count those early one, like working at McDonald's and shit when I was a teenager. Like, I don't count that shit. I'm talking about like adult employment, being in the same employer for your whole adult life. You don't know what this shit is going to be like when you're done. So set the budgets, be smart about the bills, have things tight. Whatever happens, happens. But at least you know, going into it, you got the best foot forward possible. But yeah, I remember, man, like, gaming is a hobby, way of life. It's not going to change for me, period. So I'm always looking to get into something, like check out a new one, do what I need to do, see what's going on. Like, some games I'll buy, just stockpile it up. Like, this is on my library now, like I'm gonna get to it, and I still won't get to it. It's just how it works. I enjoy all kinds of stuff, like sims, like simulators, like flight sim, farm sim. We were just talking about that. Mopar, he's playing that right now. And I even like Power Washing Simulator, man. And that's another game where I didn't expect it to like it. I did not expect to like Power Wash Sim. I thought it was going to be something funny I could show my kids for a little bit and be like, this is what you're supposed to be doing when you get a little bit older, you know? And I was going to set up a little joke with them or whatever, but like, I ended up getting into it and be like, I like this. It was just power washing, doing odd jobs, but there was like a therapeutic feeling to it. Not like playing ships like this, like right now, but it's just like came home from work kind of feeling where you put on something to just drain your mind out to go to bed. And that power wash sim was like you could zone for like an hour and not even realize what you're doing. And next thing you know, it's like you drawing designs and shit all over this person's house just because. And you come to like, I feel relaxed. I could lay down maybe and go to sleep. I mean, that game, I was sad when it was over, bro. If you haven't tried it, keep an open mind. It's like free on Game Pass. You don't have nothing to lose. Damn. I really want to be alive when this guy goes down here. This slow ass ship. Oh, the edge of the map should swing him back. Yeah, it did. Minecraft is dangerous. Hold on, what'd you say before that? You said you bought suppressor rights. Oh, sites. I thought you said rights. Man, we were just talking about the habits, man. I guess that's the way you are when I'm talking about picking up a new game. You're over there like, yeah, let me buy this new AR with some attachments, get my stuff together. Let me, check out. It's like if I had the kind of money to play that way, I'd be picking up some things on the way home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's doing well. That farm is doing all right now. I'll tell you that. I couldn't slow down to save me. I didn't like taking myself out of the battle like this, but this thing is... You gotta put in an appointment to get the brakes on. You gotta schedule an appointment. And usually they'll call and be like, yeah, sorry we can't fit you in. We're gonna have to reschedule you again when that's your brakes. When you trying to get somewhere with that shit. But yeah, he said Minecraft with the OCD. Oh shit, wait a minute. That's it? No, that's not it. I was supposed to have 3 more. I thought when I dropped down, I dropped all the way down. Well, damn. I'm done. I kind of got a little like chip on my shoulder where I wanted to have like one really good match. I wanted to just come in strong and crush it one match, And I was ready. I was ready to try again. This over. Well, you cannot play anymore ranked. Shit. Yeah. A lot of money saved. 90% of the food comes from the farm. Dude, you ain't lying right now. Wait, I got a commander from this? What's up? Welcome to the team, homie. Andrew Cunningham. Tighten up the main battery grouping. Bro, you who I was missing. I wish I saved some of my level ups for you. Look at this, man. Main shell grouping. This is the guy right here. Oh my gosh. I mean, he should be level... You can get this all the way up, +5. You can get this up +5. Oh my gosh. I wasted all my shit. Please don't be like me. Save your tokens for whoever you need to get leveled up. Please. Ranked is over. Oh man. I feel lost right now. Feel lost. Put a Cunningham on there and that'll help the shots. Dude, you telling me. I was just over here for the ranked. I had put all my captains in ships like fresh just to replan each stat down to the wire. And like sometimes I had the same ship as somebody else and they were still hitting me like a mile or 2 away from where I was at. And I'm like, dude, if I could get these points and all this stuff tighten up how I want to, it's like I'm over here struggling some of these matches and then I find out people got a mile, 2, 3 miles more range. The groupings are like at some like 7% more on top of what I can get or something like that. And it's like, these captains exist, bro. look at them carefully. When you get captains, just read those stats. I wasn't paying attention to all that for a while. That's why I spent the points like I did. I was just like, I didn't know how valuable these captains could be. And I'm telling you, like, they got stuff that will make your secondaries go out to like 8-9 miles on some lower tiers than you expect. And I've dusted people with some of this stuff. Like, they come into a scenario thinking they can broadside turn in front of you because maybe the range is, you know, the same. They kind of know, like, oh, he couldn't hit me or whatever. And you can reach out there and do it. Dog. Those captains will help you get there. So now I got my list together of who I need to go first and get my upgrades that I want now, because oh man, I'm telling you, when it happens, at least I hope to win more. Boom, he city from above? I guess this is a big ass ship. Wide, you know. I'm trying to step up to this Colorado and get nice with it because I want American battleships to work for me when I get to those high tiers. I really do. And I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon where I get to try them out, but I figured if I can get good at these, and as the tiers go up, there's some similarities that'll make me feel like I'm doing better. Damn. Getting laid up right here on this corner. That Nagato. Oh shit. It's dicey.
Problem solved, sir.
Ain't gonna make it much longer. Ah, dang it. I won't even get this shot off before he's looking in my direction. Gotta do it. I'm hanging on by a fingernail. I can't be waiting. Oh, look at those. Bounce right off of there. Just wasn't the angle for it. So just still the Tennessee. Just with the guns, they didn't really change much. Well, it's very similar. That's why I was trying to say, like, if I can get better with these, maybe the ships up there are similar in how they feel. But it's hit or miss with this, like, this dispersion issues, and then I'm, you know, having to kind of plan for the speed. Difficult to turn out of bad situations with it. It takes some practice. Hopefully there's enough momentum left over there. Well, I've done what I can do for that part. For that part right there. I'm just gonna hit this snow runner for a little bit before I get out of here. And Mopar, I'm still gonna go on my other Xbox and get the farm sim back up to speed on there. I gotta get everything loaded. I'm sure there's an update since I last played it and stuff. But I don't know how late I'll be able to make it. I'm feeling it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Getting through that ranked is like all my adrenaline and my momentum just kind of went down. Not any like thing bad or negative about it. It was just I was super hyped for that process and it ended quicker than I thought there. But at least if I get that list, sometime tomorrow, maybe I can have all those loaded in. And oh shit, I gotta change the game. I forgot last time. Somebody, I have to get like a reminder to put up. Be like, make sure you do it. Might just be scarred from one of my first streams when I was playing something and I switched, and somebody came into the chat and was like, "This isn't whatever game," like they sounded so disappointed, like exclamation marks everywhere, and was like, "You need to be in the proper channels." And at the time, I didn't know. It was like, "Is this a Twitch admin? Like, is this somebody that can get me fired or like banned? Like, what do I do?" So I just like switched the game. Long story for a stupid thing, but oh, I think it. Oh, damn it! It's running an ad. I didn't get to send out the reminder. First of all, what was I even trying to do over here? I think this was just a Jeep that I finished my. It was a part or something I picked up here, and I just kind of assumed that was as far as I'd go with that. But I'll save the gas in case. How much he's got left? Yeah, I'll save that gas there for it. Damn. This happens every time I quit playing this for a while, the controls. Because Warthog must be on the other side, so keepsake. Deliveries. We need to get long logs already? That's the very first mission? Goodness. Forgotten civilization. Visit the stone. Visit the megalith and the something. Sure, why not? Let me go back and get my trucks that I need. Yeah. I need to get a fuel carrier over there. If I'm not mistaken. They do have some, but it's all the way over there. Okay. So I need a truck that can pull. I know just the one I'm gonna get. Where is it? Damn it, this button. Just wanted to go to the garage. Yeah. I went through and explored some of that map, and I had a pretty decent time. It was just the tire thing where you should have, um, you got to balance between the treads. Yeah. You just the one two, but you got to get a mod. Yeah. It's just the switching. It's tires with chains and the mud tires back and forth on the same job needing them, so it's almost like you gotta like set up a truck sort of like a relay system instead of being able to take it on one trip. It's not in here. Been wanting to try that one out. Maybe this be a good way to test this one here. This was the new Western Star, and I have not really gotten to try it out how I wanted to. So let me see, get this engine up a little bit. Okay, I already upgraded it, trying to still keep the fuel somewhat conservative. We got the high range on. Maybe I'll just get the let's see. We need some kind of tires that can hold up in here. Get those 40s, 44s on it with the chains on it, or just do rear chains. No, you need some front if you do it. Damn, this decision is gonna haunt me again. It's got advanced heavies on, and diff lock is engageable. This one doesn't have four-wheel drive. No all-wheel drive. Oh shit. This might not go very far. Might get a trailer to take out there too if I can make it. Just to have one set up over there. I want to add in a Sterling. Dude, making mods. Yeah. That's something that I always thought I would want to know too. But I also realized that, like, I'm not committed enough to do it. I'll be honest. I'm one of those that, you know, in my head I have so many ideas of like cool things that I would want to see, and I always like say like, oh, I should learn. I should get into that modding community, get some of the assets, start moving some things around with these programs or whatever, but I'm having the hardest time staying on these Adobe programs, man. Like, this shit is taking me so much time to get through tutorials and other things for trying to learn how to do different stuff in Photoshop and all that. It's just mostly because I'm just stubborn, and I'm like, if I don't want to do it right now, I'm just not. But when I get in, start learning, it goes quick, you know. The time feels like it flies by because I'm really enjoying it, but then it's like to go back and do it again, it just takes me so long. So like the feeling when I got out of the school, I was doing some college, and then as soon as that college was over, I just got the graduation certificate for my associates finally. Showed up in the mail. And it was like, I don't know, just everything to do with school and lessons that I was doing for like all these programs, just shut it off. Just didn't want to see anything. I don't know what it is about. It's like school can just take the joy out of it. Almost like researching on my own, but you learn like 2 interesting things in class, but you might learn like 15 off a YouTube video. That's the honest truth. This thing's feeling pretty capable so far. Granted, it's still an empty trailer, but I just wanted to kind of test it out. Just to see if... Guess I didn't really need that much, but I don't pass the gas station by in this game. I just can't. If you go by the gas station, you get fuel, and whatever you got to do, even if it's a little out of the way. Let's learn that lesson. Too many hard lessons with that. So where is this tunnel? I thought that was it right there. To the other map, yeah. Man, that's so far. I think this is where I cut down right here. And actually made it on this ice pretty good. It remains to be seen. But I think it should be possible. God only knows how far, so I'll just put it right there and see. You probably won't even make it there. The wolf is awesome. The dude that bought Naomi over to clean up the truck and add the unique add-on it had in Mud Runner. Brought the Naomi. I don't know the reference, I would have to see. I didn't get through... I got through most of Mud Runner, but I didn't really... Actually, I don't know. Because I didn't get barely any of the achievements, but it was like... I was getting through levels, you know? Just felt like... It seemed like when I finished that there was probably a lot of stuff that I missed. I did order this game basically like just because I discovered Mud Runner, like right before. Immediately ordered this game. Oh, it was a mod. Yeah. This thing's scooting along though on the ice pretty good. This is where I was supposed to get down. Yeah, this was doing pretty good on the ice. This ice road trucking right here, it'd be great. I don't know if I should actually get off on this ice down there. If things are going alright, I'll just stay on this road. Just try and finagle through that way. I don't know what's up there yet. Can't remember. See if we can work that. As soon as I say it, say, yeah, things going great. One little smidge of snow right there. Damn, 8x8 with the middle, like one of those cat trucks. It's so weird to drive when the front swings like that. It's like throws me off when I'm turning. I smashed a whole set of logs into one of these telephone poles just because I went to turn and the middle starts to turn and I was like, what the fuck, and swerve. But I got the hang of it. The heavy cat was like one of the only trucks I could get logs through on one of those levels I was playing. This thing was doing pretty great though. I didn't even use the most powerful engine. I did like 2 below. I picked up a little more on the ratings. I wish they would just put the flat horsepower out. I don't know why, but we go from like A plus to S plus, whatever. I don't really know what kind of horsepower that would be, but this is the real test. No all-wheel drive, just like fuck it. Not made for speed. Oh, damn it. Took my eyes off of what I was doing here for a second. Uh-oh. This here mud might be some of the issue. And it just got dark. I can't see shit. That's a little better. Yeah, I would do a test day, test ride. I know I got to get on Mud Runners or what is that? The Snow Runner forums. I got to look at some of the mods that I would want to get to. I'm still doing this mod-free campaign for some reason. I committed to it, but I want to make a mod save that I can go through and just get all the toys on there, you know, those different stuff that I haven't tried. I bet Mopar would have a pretty good selection of stuff to check out too. He got those videos coming out all the time, everything that's going on with the mods. Yeah. Kind of disappointed with this one, but this was the DLC, you know, didn't have to pay for it. So you got to test it out, but I thought it would have a little bit more ability to circumnavigate the mud. Not the worst. I've had some other trucks out there where, you know, they can make it without having all-wheel drive and do decently. But I mean, this one's got a monstrous adventure pack on it though. Like the fuel and extra parts, the ruggedized bumpers, and the whole different sort of like front end you can put on. You got a snorkel if you want. Like, to me, I'm looking at this like this is gonna be a swamp truck right here. Like, you could take this through the Everglades and just drive right through, like, no problem, by looking at it. But then there was a really small suspension package, really small wheel packages, like, and then no all-wheel drive. It was basically like a, you know, buying the 6-cylinder instead of the 8. You know, they tell you how much power the 6 had. Like, oh yeah, the 6 is not like those old ones. You know, this 6 is right here is great. This is power. And then it's just you get conned into something and missing 2 cylinders for the rest of your time. Like, you can't do that. That's the way I feel like this truck, man. It's not a total liability. Like, I know it could probably have some more cosmetics, but it's like still got some good base parts as well. Getting up that ice like that was smooth, no problem. Some trucks just aren't built for the ice too. They could have ice chains and everything set up, and you go and drive it and it swerves around still, just like some of the other ones. I don't know what makes one truck different. Maybe it's like a weight distribution thing, where some of them just need a full load on board to be decent. I don't know. Wolf Titanium, the Zik Pack, Z2's bridge vehicle. Oh, the bridge vehicle. I watched a YouTube video about that when they were making that. I don't remember if it was Quest or there's another guy that does a lot of big SnowRunner videos. And SnowRunner being like a smaller community, there weren't many videos. Like, there's a lot, but like any game that's in like the top on Steam, the amount of videos they have for those is like hand over fist videos. Like, you can't even figure out where to start. So like, SnowRunner when you see the same few faces, like there was a couple guys that got pretty big with it, and they just became the face, like where you go for information. And it's kind of like a stroke of luck maybe, or just the right time, right place thing. But like the quest called Cars, it's like I watched all his stuff when I first started these games, because I just felt like I didn't understand really anything about the level of off-roading, at least, that was required. All my stuff is street vehicles. Like, I'm a big Audi guy. Like, I've always loved them. But I don't really know, like, off-roading. Drove some pretty nice Hiluxes before. They're all kitted out, you know, just doing whatever for the military wise, but nothing like recreational. He only uses 5 mods, but you have 7 pages. Oh shit, one of those all you can eat buffet mods. Got all kinds of back-end support service mods, or probably all kinds of stuff that has to go with it. You know what, I actually take it back. I am kind of impressed with this truck though. I'm not going to knock it as hard as I was going to. Like, it can get where it needs to go between the winch power and the strength from that, and that fuel tank. Really, I know the truck wasn't loaded, but this was very generous with fuel, as you know. You can have some missions that you were right there. You didn't even need that truck anymore. You could have just called it back when you're done, like maybe finishing up a map. You get right there on a long journey and run out, and your backup fuel tankers out, you know, your scout vehicles out. You're just like, oh shit, you know, I gotta go all the way up there and get this mission and do this thing. There was a guardhouse here, a small house to wait out the rain. If you get us some boards, I can repair it. How about that? So I ended up missing my turn and getting a job. See where this is even at. Get these planks. Well, where's these planks at then, lady? All the way down there. Yeah, we'll go down there. I can at least bring that trailer over there. See if I can make it. I had some fuel trucks over there that I could have used. Maybe I can get down this way. Let me see. I had some fuel trucks down there that I can use, but they're flipped over in the ice right now. Pretty sure. That was just from my first exploration time, and I never did go back and straighten that out yet. So hopefully it makes it somewhere nearby. Oh, that looks like it might be blocked. Damn. Can't remember. Can't go so long in between sessions on this game, because I will definitely forget where some of the stuff is that I thought, you know, I left around for myself. A little bit ugly there on the turnout, but just a couple of small trees. Nobody worry about it. Iceberg had some great mods, but he listened to the wrong people, and the H1 isn't as fun as it used to be. Oh man, somebody went and tweaked something. I guess that would be difficult as a modder. I feel like as a mod, doing mods, you might put something out that you weren't 100% happy with it yet, and like you go through all the work to make it and just put out version 1.0, and you'd be like, I'm gonna update some things. And so I could imagine if you get around to like finishing it and everybody's like, oh, this sucks now. And it was like right after you finished like your completeness. People are funny, man. I'd take your word for it though. If something ain't fun like it's supposed to be, I was just more laughing at the idea. Like, if you mod, I'm sure there's hours that go into the thousands with things you've had to do to get to a decent place. And you'll always have people probably wanting something else. Maybe. I don't know. If this is deep snow here, this ain't gonna make it. But it wouldn't be an authentic test if we didn't let the truck speak for itself. Oh, the truck volume isn't blasting through the speakers too hard. I did switch games, and I think I had some volume settings turned down in Warships. I just realized like it could be like extremely loud, and I apologize if that's the case. To go watch it back and make sure I can get these levels right. Are we good, Mopar? Mopar was on it, on the spot. Although it does sound pretty cool with all its turbos and stuff going right now. It's in desperate shape to get down. I do think the smallest criticism for the sound in SnowRunner is like the vehicles. Some of them don't have very much sound library to choose from, where like you hear a lot of the same engine sounds cycled over. And I really just say that with a grain of salt how small criticism, because a lot of the stuff about the game I absolutely do love. And I don't want to sound like I'm knocking on anybody that makes a great game, because I got a lot of respect for it. But the immersion is what's important. With these trucks you out in the wilderness, and it's pretty badass when you're driving during the daytime and you hear like different animals and stuff. Like, the sounds make you feel like you're driving through nature. But the engine sounds do have like a limited library, where like you could be like stop and start a few times and start to pick up those like same cycles, and like realize that it's not fully there. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like Forza, Forza's got a pretty decent library, but they're a racing game, that's different. They probably use a lot of the same sounds on different cars and just blend them together to make like the middle ground effects. But whatever. The SnowRunner's more focused on the physics portion, which I completely understand. But these models aren't bad. I mean, this is a DLC truck, but like looking at it in here, all the gauges and everything, like they're fantastic with the presentation. You even got I think you even got the aftermarket stereo right there. I mean, that's really cool details. I mean, all the window buttons, we got the locks, and like the mirrors and everything. The mirrors took them a while to get, all the way down to like the steering wheel and everything. Just like, it's great. So I'm really impressed with what they did with it. And maybe one day they'll tighten up the sound a little bit. But if not, it's really no big deal. It's just a great game. when I was stuck inside for the pandemic, I watched like 3 seasons of Ice Road Truckers, and I felt like I was like, what was I doing my whole life? Like, driving is something I enjoy, and an element of danger. You know, the military taught me anything is like, some part of me needs that in my life to keep me on track. You know, like my ADD and all my normal low effort sort of like thinking about things with just, you know, just abstract lost. But then you throw in a little bit of danger and there's like an alertness that takes over for me that like I need it now to survive. Like I don't know how to live without it. And it's like, I don't know. That to me would have been the job that had the right amount of danger, the right amount of aggravation and discomfort, but like the pay being enough to do what I want to do for the rest of the year. And that's how deployments are. It's like you gear up, you train for it, you've wasted hours of your life being like over prepared for it in some ways and under prepared in other ways, you know. It just sucks every time you get the word about, hey, we're going out on deployment on this date. And when they give you the date for it, it's like a prison sentence in your head of like, fuck, I gotta go back to jail for a while. You know, like that's how it feels. And it's like, it just, you put your head down, you grit your teeth, and you do what you gotta do to make it work. And next thing you know, you're in the middle of that deployment, and it gets easier, you know, to just focus on the goal, push. But like, that's 6, 9, 10 months, a year, whatever they decided it was supposed to be. And this trucking gig, man, ice trucking, it's like over a season. You get in, you make your money, and you get out. If you don't die, you have a great life afterwards, maybe. And that's the same for the military. You don't know what kind of shit lays in wait for you and your next duty station. You know, you see people get all kinds of things that's going on for people who gets injured or has something going on. It's like, there's enough danger involved. There's enough element of like, keep your head on the swivel that gets you through the day, where when that's missing, the day starts to feel like you don't even know which day of the week it is. Like, you just, there's like nothing in it for you to be concerned about. Lackadaisical shit. And I think they described it to me as ADHD, which, if that's true, it's how it's been my whole life. Period. It was like that in high school. Like, I knew shit that was important to me because I wanted to know it. But anything else, my brain would just disappear. And I would wake up in my own head at the buzzer ringing for the class to be over and not be sure if I heard anything the teacher said when I sat down. Nothing. I go back and look at my notes that started out with a couple sentences in the beginning of class, and then I can see the marks where the pen would just trail off, and it was like, oh shit, we got a test on this in like a week? What happened? But then somebody in like go to woodshop class, and I wouldn't even want to leave. You know, we'd be in there doing all kinds of projects, making shit for the house. You know, it's like, hey mom, you need that thing fixed for the thing? I'm gonna take the piece of the door over there and cut this down to square and do whatever, you know, and come home with some shit to fix the house. Like that, the class had use. It was valuable, and I couldn't stop paying attention. It was easy. I would come in disappointed if there was a substitute and we were just watching a movie or something. Like, that's the kind of class I need. Some shit that interests me. And then, you know, all that to be said, like, getting to the end for the career wise, you know, could retire in 5 years, or that could be forced out at some point. And this is like the waiting game I've been playing for 2 years now, not knowing the day. I've had to get an ID renewed without a clear understanding of what they were going to do, in or out. And this perpetual no information, no way to plan where you want to go or where your family's going to live or get a head start on a house. Nothing. Just radio silence. Like, I'm supposed to be, my contract runs out in a month and a half. Like, I could have been done, and I'm still stuck for maybe another year with this shit. But that doesn't stop me from thinking about where am I going to work and what am I going to do. And to make my point, if they can't have people there with ADHD, then they need to have some interesting work to do. Because I'll tell you what, nobody's going to pay me any amount of money to do some shit that's boring to me. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't signing up for that shit. If I wanted to do some boring shit, then I wouldn't have been in the job that I was in, that I got hurt anyway. You know? If I wanted to do some boring shit, I would have just told them. Where's that job where they sitting in the AC? Just give me that job. But if I can't physically do the work that I used to do, then, you know, I for damn sure ain't gonna be bored with whatever I'm doing. Because that's the recipe for me to want to just go home. Just say fuck it. You know, you're sitting at work bored. I was never bored. There was times when you're bored and you just use that as the time to take a nap. But like, shit breaks, man. It doesn't matter how much money the government spends on that shit. God dang. The government could spend more money than they could spend more money than a cartel on a weekend thing, bro. But the deal is, whatever they buy is not going to work that long. And it's going to need fixed. And the parts to fix it are going to be expensive, I promise you that. Because whoever the government buys their equipment from already knows that if they got this contract, they can charge whatever they want for those repairs down the line. Because shit always gets more technical and upgrades itself, and whatever original contract that they had is null and void with these new updates for prototype shit that they don't even have a book for. So god dang, if it breaks, it's gonna be expensive. It ain't gonna be no flat tire. I've seen the price tag on some parts that just making you think about the kind of house you could have lived in for that little piece of part right there. You know? You couldn't even a nefarious person who wanted to sell some Navy, some jet parts and shit, there wouldn't be no motherfucking person could buy it. You know what I mean? It's like, you hear these price tags on these parts and you're like, do you got like a one of them things at the store that explodes when you try to take it out? You know what I mean? It's like $250,000, $500,000, and it's like, this little computer right here means the aircraft can't fly anymore. So how much is the aircraft really? The no bullshit answer? You know what I mean? Like, it'll just have you wondering about how much, who got the checkbook? You know, who got the damn checkbook? But hey, you don't have to worry about national defense though. So on one hand, I can definitely be a critic on the spending But on the other hand, I can be like, shit, it feels nice to live in a country where I can go to sleep with both eyes closed. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in no one eye sleep country where you gotta have one eye open and you don't know what kind of shit is gonna happen the next day, that you're not gonna find food or whatever the fuck is going on. Like, that you can't, like, get dragged off to some terrorist camp, or you know what I'm saying, like have some nefarious things happening to you, being ripped away from, you know, family and shit. And it's like, we live in America where, I'm not saying the same thing across the board, like there's zero chance of harm coming to you, but I promise you, I've been in countries that are way worse than America. And a lot of people complaining about this country right now, and it really hurts my heart a little bit, because from personal experience, I wouldn't lie to you about this. You know, America's a great place to come home to. I will promise you that. And I've seen even people like celebrities and like famous people being like, if this happens, I'm leaving, you know, or if whatever politics or shit I don't like, I'm leaving, you know. And I think to myself, I hope you go. I really hope you go. And I'll be at the airport when you get back, and I'm gonna ask you how your time was. You'll leave this country and you will find a new type of homesick that you didn't know existed till you left America. And you get somewhere where you working crazy hours a day, and it's been so many months since you touched on dry land and ain't grabbed no booty, you know, been a minute. You'd be thinking, like, man, get me the fuck off this thing. You go to port and you feel like, hey, I'm gonna have a good ass time. I'm going out to port. I'm gonna go see what this country's about. And you get off the ship and you go explore and you do things, and you just don't even want to sit down. Some more places I've been, you don't even want to touch anything. Like, what the fuck is this? You know, like the ice making people throw up out of their drinks, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, I can only drink bottled water here, you know, like I will die. And I think about America and I'm just like, God dang, like, I'd give anything to be back there. Come home. Places tore up where people are talking about they just want to leave, or they won't have no pride for the country, no anthem, no flags, no nothing. And you're like, God, I didn't really think it was that bad of a place. After being gone from it, I wanted to come back. Just sitting here running this gas out. Running out the gas. Bullshitting. But that's my spiel, man. America to me is the beautiful place to be. The scars, America's got scars, America's wounded. There's issues, I guarantee you. I've witnessed plenty of things that could be different. But even with the flaws, America's beautiful, man. America is a freaking rock star. She is pretty, bro. And I can't be, I don't know, just swept up into all this media circus around people not liking this country. Like, I know a lot of people that's not here anymore for this country to be what it is. And I'm fortunate to be here to enjoy the fruits of labors of people that went to do shit so that there would be an America. And I just can't be around it, you know? Like, I wish the media and these celebrities and these folks out here, I wish they really thought more about how this country provides them the platforms to do and be what they want to do and say what they want to say and all that. Like, so many places you can go where your tongue can be cut out because you had an opinion. It would be cut right out of your mouth. And it's just like, what made people's opinions so low when every nation I've been to has struggles with everything you can imagine. You know, like, but on top of that, you're running for your life. You're fleeing that country that has problems with everything they got going on. You're fleeing it because you're trying to get your family out of it. It's not safe for you. And you're dying to come to a place like America. So much so that you're willing to climb walls and like swim for your life to come here. And you got people over here talking about, I'm leaving. You know? Like, what the fuck? And I'm not saying you can't be enjoying other countries. I'm not trying to downplay other countries that, like, you know, embrace modern traditions and do whatever's, you know, civil service, public service, all the type of things, governments, all that shit. I'm not downgrading one thing over another to the extent of, like, insulting where you live. But I'm just saying, I love America. And I will never be ashamed of that, to say that. And I feel like some of the people are like trying to make our young children be ashamed that they came from America. The way I feel like I hear stuff being talked about. And, you know, there's corruption everywhere. If it's corruption you're worried about, there's corruption everywhere, and it's gonna be a lot worse than you think. Not the petty shit we deal with. It's there's some horrible things out there. And I think it's important to remember that. You know, like, America's ducks are not in a row. She can be really, really stubborn, and there's a lot of things about it that need to change, but find me a country that can defend itself by itself, that also has a better style or better quality of living than we do. And like, you know, all the things that comes with being safe and all that. And this could be an open challenge. Again, I'm not dogging anybody's country, but I'm talking about out of nations that can be typically noted to have self-defending capability, because that's an important part about it. If your nation that you live in is so, you know, it's wonderful and it's great, and I'm proud of you that it's a wonderful place to be, but if you couldn't defend yourself as a nation, then people leaving America would find themselves in a situation where America's gonna have to come over there and kick some ass. That's just me not even bullshitting. You know, like, the government swinging that blank check around to whatever these countries all over the place, like, hey, you need help, America's be there, world police on you. And it's annoying to a lot of people, and a lot of people just say, like, hey, you know, that all this bullshit needs to change about this and blah 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 and budget. But I'd rather be somewhere where they're doing the policing than be somewhere that needing the police being done on it. You know, like, if your country is riddled with terrorism and the nation is struggling and their leaders aren't listening to their people, and there's a crime and poverty to a scale that we've never seen in America, you know, that's not somewhere I want to raise my kids. And that's me just being level with you. Like, that's the 1 + 1 = 2 answer, is I wouldn't want to raise my kids somewhere that I didn't feel safe. And, you know, again, it's this media pressure about, like, America's going downhill and all this shit. We've been through a recession before. You know, Democrat and Republican president, doesn't matter whose, there's been recessions before. You know, that ain't gonna stop America all the way. It'll hurt, but it ain't gonna stop America. You know, there's always a problem, there's always a crisis, there's always a disagreement. And that still never stopped America. The thing that's gonna stop America is suffocating patriotism. because the next generation that grows up to be the adult Americans we are now, if the message to them is always put away the flag, or don't sing an anthem, or whatever it is, like walk away from your country, this country is evil and all this shit, they grow up thinking that, they're not going to join the military for that country. They're not going to sign up to defend this country from anyone because they think it's horrible. They've been told that it's horrible. So you lose the willingness of any volunteer to say, I'll stand in the gap for that country. Give that country whatever they need. I'll do anything for that country. Like, you get that kind of mindset, those are the kind of people you want out there serving the country and doing what they believe passionately in that needs done. Not somebody you had to scrape from the side through a draft and beg and plead for somebody to do some shit and be like, hey, you drew the short straw, it's your turn to serve in the military. I don't want to go. I hate this place, like, is that the nation that we want to have replace this generation? Like, the poisoning of young minds with this and making them believe where they came from is on the world scale is evil and horrible. And it's like, name me some issue that we have that it's not found somewhere, like in large portions of the world. I would say, I want to say there's some places like Sweden that I kind of, in my mind, I picture like Sweden, like the whole state is like the whole country is like an IKEA, where you go in and you sit on nice furniture and everything's compact and futuristic and like white and wood and all these colors, and it's like I imagine Sweden being like a giant IKEA. Do they have the kind of problems America has? I don't know if they have any problems. But this is also a large country, okay? This is huge. There's a lot of people here to feed. There's 300 plus million people here that need things delivered every day from Amazon. Like, there's a lot of shit going on here. So this is a country that also requires a large defense force, period. And you will not have any defense force at all if this generation can't pass the torch the right way. You will have a nation of people who've grown up to hear and think that this place isn't worth defending. And I don't want to beat the dead horse into the end of the statement here, but it's like, suffocating patriotism is the death of America. In the short and skinny answer, if all these people are intent on killing this country, it's driving patriotism out of it. And the warriors that were meant to stand in the gap and do the things that are supposed to be done, those warriors will have been, indoctrinated into something else, and there won't be anybody you can call. There won't be. You know what I'm saying? All these organizations that the military and allies and partnerships, let some shit go down where America looks like, it's losing its grip on power, where organizations and countries or other nations start capitalizing on what they believe to be a weakness. Let some shit go down like that, where America's, sunk, and the buzzards are moving in, like the shit is real right now, right? What nation do you think is coming to give it all for defense of this country? Who's coming? And think real carefully before you answer, because a lot of nations that's been getting handouts from this country for generations may not have the amount of troops you think they have to send if we get fucked up, for lack of a better word. It comes from here, man. No, just like the farms that are disappearing across the country. Because no one wants to work on a farm right now. And these young TikToks and all that shit. You know, it starts here. You know, food security starts here. Border security starts here. Job security starts here. And our nation's security starts here. We ain't getting that from someone. Who's sending America foreign aid right now? What millions of dollars was graciously donated to America by some nation around here? You know? Isn't America the one always with their hand in their pockets, shoving money out the door for whatever crisis comes up worldwide? Who the fuck is passing us a few dollars, you know? And if you're not seeing the number add up, then the writing's on the wall for you if you think this country is just going to call somebody on the phone when it gets in trouble and replace the missing troops out of this military. You got a wrong fucking idea. You know what it's like to volunteer for something? Shit, even the military guy will tell you, somebody asks for volunteer, don't put your hand up first. They'll always say, if you don't volunteer, you're going to get voluntold. And they can say that in the military because whoever's making this demand has the authority to carry out, you know, the repercussion. If they don't get what they need done, everybody's going to pay, you know? Like, they got the authority to carry that out. But when you're a nation in need, you don't get to make demands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get to call another nation and be like, I need you to be here by Tuesday with your warships ready. Okay? The bot? Oh. I didn't even notice there's a bot in the stream. You'll have to tell me what I'm missing right now, because I don't want to. You've never seen pneumatic snow runners. Yeah, I got on a tangent with that, as you know. Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope I don't have one of those talking, like anime characters on my thing. Like, I wasn't going for that look for me right now. But oh yeah, I think I'm just done with being afraid to say like what I think, you know. And that's the bottom line of it. We got into some topics yesterday, and I got into some things today, but I'm done being nervous to talk about what's important to me. Because this time, really, as much as this time is for streaming to be with like the viewers, this time is for the streamer as well, because I can decompress a little bit and bounce some shit off people that maybe have a different perspective, and I can hear maybe where I'm falling short on an idea or whatever else. And that's valuable time to me. And I don't plan to waste that time by talking about things that's like not important and pretending that they are, you know? Either people will watch it or they won't watch it. But I for damn sure just can't imagine, you know, wanting to skirt around some things that's important just because I'm afraid of somebody saying something to me or whatever else like that. I'm done with that. I think there's a time for political correctness, and there's a time for obviously being smart about where topics are going and everything all like that. I get it. But to be nervous or afraid of anything to do with something that's important to me means that I shouldn't be heard anyway, you know? Like, I'm just done with that. I did make a wrong turn. I mistake this there tunnel for somewhere I needed to be going. And I just made a slight wrong turn. It'd be great if I can use what fuel I got to get back on track and somewhere close to where I was supposed to be. That way I can get some gas over there and finish it up. I was supposed to come back somewhere around here and get this pretty much right back where we came from. It might be easier to go this way, I think, because that getting down that mountain was a little tough. I'll see if I can get that in there before I call it a night. God forbid turns into what I had the last time. I was up till 5 in the morning fixing a simple mistake. Drop some cargo. Yeah. I've got bots in my viewers, man. But they don't show up on my view count anymore. Like, they fixed that. So, anywhere at any given time, I've seen as many as 20. And they're just like accounts. Some of them will be like, was created yesterday or whatever. And you know, like, somebody just spamming all kinds of shit into Twitch and not really sure what they do with it, because the view count goes away after like a certain amount of time. It's like I don't know, it's rigged, the whole thing. There'll be advertisements like, hey, do you want some more followers? Here, you can buy some followers. You know, like shit like that pops up. It's like, what the fuck? I ain't doing this for, you know, some fake ass bots. I'd rather just stream to nobody than stream to some bots, you know? At least I can pretend somebody's listening to me if it's people occasionally say what's up, you know. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Some of the bots that I looked were like not even English profiles. They're just like random shit. I have no idea. And maybe Twitch has some sort of internal algorithm where your view count and real people might be like a low number, but like Twitch injects like 100 bots into every stream so they can have quarterly numbers and be like, look how many hours were watched by people, and do a little Twitter thing on them. And it's like, okay, you know, you just inflated everybody's stream with bots. I see how it works. Shareholders are happy, management's happy, then just fuck it. Yeah, you and Mopar, I figured, was the only real people I can tell, because, you know, I don't recognize. Some names will come through when I'm in a loading screen or whatever. Sometimes I'll just be checking like what's going on here, and yeah, I don't recognize anything. But sometimes my wife will watch the streams too, like, and if she wakes up, if you know, she knows I'm streaming or whatever, she'll put it on and she'll fall right back to sleep. But it's like she likes to watch too. But when she's watching, sometimes her name doesn't even show up. So it's like, how does Twitch come up with these? I have no idea. I think it's like no one really cares until you get into like the 30,000 viewers are watching, and then someone would go and like run like a spreadsheet and try to pull out fake accounts and be like, it was this many bots, you know. But when you're just like a really like insignificant piece of that pie, like nobody gives a shit really. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I could go wide on this and it was stable out that way, but that is clearly not, it's clearly not the case. I should have remembered that was gonna be a little thin, but trailer was empty on the way out, and that's a huge part of it. Must be. Yeah, but as long as you guys know, back to my original point, as long as you guys know, like, I might have been nervous to test the waters, but you know, I'm either gonna have a channel that I can say what I want to say, or I'm not gonna be doing this. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat that, and I wouldn't. Normally, it's normal to say like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And like, that's just a nice thing people say, because literally everybody says that, but they don't really elaborate. So it might be something where you'd be tempted to be like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. But it's more of like, I feel bad if your feelings are hurt. You know, because I'm gonna have pride in this. I'm gonna have pride in where I live. Who doesn't want to have pride in where they live? You know, like, you can spot those houses on the block a mile away when there's no pride of ownership. You know, and do you want America to feel like that or be like that? And it's like, no. I don't want to have that be the case. So if that offends people, then instead of me saying like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, I can just say, feel bad your feelings are hurt, because I ain't gonna change that. That's not going away. Damn it, man. These winch points. I'll run out of gas before I can find. I was on winch point probably 55 out of 80, just ticking. Alright, here, let's get this differentials figured out. Get one more pull, probably from the other side here. That should handle the business. Command root is an analytic bot? I thought that was somebody doing something from that Guardians of the Galaxy. And I was like, damn, that bot's in there all the time. Oh shit. That's algorithms. Analytics, okay. Yeah. Oh, happy to have you. That's funny. This thing is working. Shit. Eight or nine bots? Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't recognize the names in my chat 90% of the time. I just see it as, you know, like, they don't count. A lot of them don't count, if any of them count, because the highest, when I pull up my summaries, like, the highest my stream ever got was like 7 people before Misty did like a raid on my channel like 2 years or a year ago. I keep wanting to say 2. It was a year ago. She did a raid on my channel and like blew my channel up, and like all of a sudden I had like 50 people, and you know, that was the most I'd ever seen in one go. I was like, damn, there's 50 people here now. I gotta figure out what I'm doing, you know? It was funny kind of a day. But I met a lot of great people that day, and you know, one of them still subscribed to me now. So like, I never would have had any of that happen if she didn't do that. Oh, I already got affiliate. I had affiliate a long time ago. I mean, I took a year off after I got it. But I don't put those there. Like, I don't have a way to like do that. That happens even when my channel's offline. That they're still there. So somebody told me that there is a thing that it's a command that you can run that is like some sort of program that they use where when you go live in a certain category, they can blast their self out to your channel, but they never make the member count go up and down when they leave, when they come or go. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. I think I'm stuck. Yeah, but I had my affiliate like 6 months in. I did it quick. I was playing Forza like every day, and my time was right after school. Like I got on right when like my kids would be out of school, and I just was out early at that job, and I'd hop on like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and my lobby would be full, people trying to play. I met almost all of the people around that time from like playing with them, basically open lobby where they would just come in off the stream and jam out for like a couple hours, you know. It was funny though. It was always like the same people would rotate through, and I think I'm really stuck. The guy Nemu was a badass racer still in Forza, the only guy that really took my lap times to the next level. And Krim would race with us too. Krim still loves, he's big into that Forza. I just haven't been able to get myself back on there right now. But yeah, me and Krim put down half the story mode on that thing. And some guys like Phantom, and there's just a lot of names, like people that even jumped in the Discord and stuff, and it's like we just kind of fell out of the rhythm, and you know, they drop by from time to time, but other than that, you and Mopar, you know, always stopping by. It's like just clockwork almost. Damn, man. I sure did just get this thing stuck. No winch point in sight. Nothing. Damn. Just went headlong in there. There's a big old piece of ice chip right there stuck in between. Yeah. Damn. See what you're looking at. Another TV viewer. That's a fake one, right? Rainmaker's mine. Rainmaker's mine, but usually that doesn't count in the numbers. Like some programs access this too. Some programs use something to do with this. But yeah, I mean, nobody can really boost if it doesn't show up in your numbers, you know? Like you could have 87 bots in your chat, but you only have like 4 viewers because it ain't counting your number, you know? I don't know, I have no clue what makes that work. And on YouTube, sometimes I'll have 1, and then as soon as the stream is over, it'll say like so many more for like a little bit, and then goes back to like 2 or 3. Like I don't know what makes that happen either. Damn. Well, I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm just not feeling good about where I'm at. I think I'm gonna have to quit while I'm ahead. It's 3 a.m. 3:29. It's been a series of late nights hanging out with you guys. Well, I do more. I would do more, but I think I'm gonna do the smart thing and get a little sleep in me. You know, have a halfway decent Saturday, so I can get up and get those mods straightened out at some point and figure that out. But Delta, I appreciate you hanging out for a while. It's always fun to have you. You always seem to have some interesting little tidbits of information there. Just conversation starters. Mopar, I don't know if you got off yet. If you didn't get off yet, you need to get you some sleep, man. You'll be on that farm all night. You'll be see the sun coming up, still mowing those yards out there. That's a good time though, that game. That's a nice relaxing game. But yeah, I'm beat, man. I'm done. I'm gonna give me a little rest. Appreciate it. Always looking to bring some content to you guys at some point that'd be a little more dynamic than just Warships, but I've been stuck in that Warships right now trying to finish challenges and all that. I'll be throwing some new games in. When I get through the stream, I'll holler at you, Mopar, see what's going on with you. And for everybody else out there, I appreciate all your support. Appreciate whoever stopped in, stopped out, or maybe who sees it later, whatever the case. Yeah, new content soon, new games, some different ideas getting thrown out. Just, happen when it happened. I'll holler at y'all. Have a good one. Peace.